Hey guys, what's up? Let us know inside the chat that you're able to hear us all right. We don't have any audio issues. Everything's good. We're gonna wait it out. Wait out the delay. This delay kills me every time. However, it's better to ask and wait for the delay than to go on for an hour and find out that you didn't have any audio. Alright, still
Can you hear us? Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Still not seeing any feedback.
Can hear you.
Awesome. Cool, guys. So what we're going to touch on tonight is we're going to get into actually setting up some of the marketing materials. We're going to show you guys how we connect Leadpages to GetResponse, and then we're going to show you guys how to properly be split testing a page. This is something that a lot of people mess up, so we're going to show you guys how to do that. We're going to get into a little bit of some stuff inside GetResponse, I believe. And yeah, we're just going to dive right into it and keep things really clear. We let Cal out of the basement here for right now, anyways.
It's been so long.
We're gonna have him back down there right away. The script and stuff is coming together. It's a friggin' process, guys. We're gonna have Cal basically share some of the stuff. The deep dive process is really valuable. We've already seen his story really transform and take on a level of detail that definitely didn't exist there before that I think is really valuable, especially when you get to the end. It's just one of those things that as you listen, it engages, it pulls you in, it ties in all of your senses, and then it's just like, oh, and it's just one little piece. We'll give you guys a little taste of some of the stuff that we've been working on here a little later on. And did I miss anything?
That's about it.
Cool. So where would you like to start?
If you want to see what they're seeing, you got to click on the other box, just in case you want. I don't know if you want to sit there and stare at my pretty face.
No.
No, that's about it. So first off, I guess. Oh shoot, I better unmute. You want to mute and then I'll unmute.
I can still hear you over here, but.
Okay, can you guys hear me? I'm just going to assume that you can. So first off, guys, before we go too much further, one thing I wanted to do though was thank you for being kind of patient with us here in this process. So just so that you understand, in order for us to, when we got started here, we thought we were driving traffic to a webinar replay or maybe a video that Cameron and I would do ourselves, selling people on getting started with Doobly for $99, run a few live webinars, plug people in through that route. And because of that, most of the stuff was already put together, right? We had most of the pieces to the puzzle already laid out in front of us. We just had to put them together in order to create a high converting, funnel that got you the results that we, feel is possible here. But once we made the decision to run with AWOL Academy, and again, as we said in the past, this project was actually something that we had put, we had set about 2 months down the road. But as the pieces of the puzzle started to come together with this beta group, we decided, well, why don't we just throw this together right now and make it happen instead of putting it off and give people what they really want. So we woof you. That's cute. So because of that, obviously there's a whole lot of work that has to go into place because now we don't have all the pieces there and we just have to put them together. Now we have to create the pieces and then put them together, right? And so just so you understand, that's why there's a little bit of a holdback. There's probably going to be a little bit of a delay in the future as well, just to let you know, because a lot of our marketing has to revolve around like this sales message, how it is that we frame the offer becomes pretty much the core of the funnel. And everything else kind of fits in around that piece. So you have the core of the funnel, everything else kind of fits in around that piece. Follow-up emails have to kind of pre-frame and position the offer before somebody gets back to the sales video. The landing page has to pre-frame somebody before they get to the sales video. So
the content, the value-based content that we have coming in the follow-ups.
Yeah, all the value-based content. So we're going to be doing a series of videos that come after somebody watches the sales video, where we're actually delivering real value, real training, real content that they can watch and consume, which eventually leads them back into wanting to become a member of AWOL Academy. So, of course, those things have to wait until we get this sales message put together. So because of that, like I said, we're doing our best. We don't want to rush it because we do want things to convert really well, and at the same time, we understand that a lot of you have been waiting for this for a while, and sometimes it can be a little bit frustrating to continue to push things back a bit. We completely understand. So again, point of the message being, thank you for your patience. We really appreciate it, and we'll be rocking it out here as soon as we possibly can. Other than that, tonight we'll be getting into lead pages and GetResponse. I'm going to show you how to properly split test a landing page. I see people kind of mess this one up quite a bit, so I'm going to show you the actual proper methodology of split testing landing pages. We're going to set up your GetResponse list for your main list for AWOL beta, and we'll see where it goes from there. Do you want to give them a taste of the script now, or do you want to wait till afterwards?
Let's give them a taste at the end.
All right, so if you stay all the way up until the very end, we will read you a section of the script that we just completed. And it's not very long, but it took hours and hours to write, to kind of like dig up out of the deep, dark crevices of my soul to lay it all out on the line here. And it's a portion of the script called the Nightmare Story. In case you don't know, one of the best-selling tool that you have is telling your story. And everybody on here, which we'll do trainings in the future, one of the things you're going to want to get really, really good at is telling your story. If you watch any videos that I shoot, most videos that I shoot, most follow-up emails that I write, there's always some portion of my story in there because it's the real selling factor. In marketing, back when I was with a mortgage company, we used to have this joke around the office that facts tell but stories sell. And purchasing, making a buying decision is actually an emotional experience. Somebody gets emotionally involved in what it is that you're selling, and then they rationalize it after the fact. So facts, figures, all that kinds of stuff, they play an important role. However, it's drawing out that emotional content where you suck your viewer or your reader into a story and you walk them through these different emotional triggers. That's where you get that strong buying decision is made, and then you rationalize it and use logic and reason after the fact. So we'll share with you kind of the nightmare story. It was a nightmare writing. It took me, 6 hours or so total just to write one section of the sales script. But in my opinion, it came out really good. So we'll give you a sneak peek at that here at the end. So let's just go ahead and get started. So what did you want to add anything on, Cameron, before we get started?
No, that's pretty much it. Let's just dive right into it and get to it.
All right, cool. All right, so what you guys are going to want to do first is you're going to want to open up, log into your Leadpages account and log into your GetResponse account. So go ahead and open those up on separate tabs on your computer and go ahead and make sure you're logged in, and I'll get started here in just a second. My internet's really slow.
Really?
I had to log into your neighbor's internet, dude, because I couldn't get onto the AWOL internet, either of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Says I'm on my neighbors too. Mine's really fast. I'm hardwired in.
All right, guys. So we're gonna do our best to get to make this as quick as possible. However, just please understand that I'm on a little bit of a slow internet here. We actually had the guy from TELUS come in yesterday and move the router, which we thought would help the situation, and it has. It's helped everyone but me. I think I've been blacklisted on the router too until I finish the script. They don't want me in the basement searching the web, right? Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to explain to you exactly how to properly split test a landing page. So here, let me actually, you got your bamboo. You have your bamboo? Or actually here, I'll just draw it up here on the board. I'll draw it up here on the board. I'll turn the screen share off for a minute and draw it on the board, and then that'll just save us some time.
All right, bamboo's on the way.
All right, guys, so hopefully you can see my screen. So I'm going to show you real quick how to properly split test landing pages. And here's what most people do when they're split testing landing pages. Okay, well, here's a few things that you need to know about landing pages first. One, it's the front page of your funnel, and it's the easiest place for you to increase sales. Okay, is on that page alone. That's the easiest place to increase sales, and I'll show you why. Okay, so here we have, let's say we have our landing page, right? Going over to our sales page. Everybody see that? Can you see that, Cam? Yeah. Okay. Going over to our sales page, and let's say that our current landing page is converting at 30%, which is pretty much the minimum. I don't accept anything that converts less than 30%. So let's say it's converting at 30%. Going over to our sales page, and let's say that our sales page is converting at 2%, which is a little bit about average. Okay. Well, if this is my traffic, I'm driving traffic through this funnel. One of the easiest way for me to, let's say I want to double my income. Okay. One thing that I can do is I can rewrite the entire sales script of my video, and continue to split test sales script after sales script after sales script, and figure out. And that's shooting video after video after video, and figure out how to increase the percentage here. Okay? Or the other thing that I can do is I simply take the current landing page that's converting at 30%. I'm going to erase that and write it nicer so you guys can see it. Okay? It's converting at 30%, and let's say I turn this button, right? The click here button, right? Maybe I turn this. Maybe right now on the page it's yellow. Well, I take another page and I make this button red. Okay, so now it becomes red. And I notice that conversions on this page go up by, let's say, up to 40%. Right? Then I take the headline and I tweak the headline, and maybe I have another page, and now I add the word easy, right, into the headline, and all of a sudden I'm getting another 45%. Okay? So what happens here is we take our landing page, we take what's working best, and we slowly tweak it little by little by little. It doesn't take a whole lot of time. It's not nearly as time consuming as changing an entire sales message. And what will eventually happen is we can get, over time, with little tweaks here and there, we can eventually get ourselves a final page that's now converting at, 60%. If we're getting twice as many leads going through the funnel, everything else being the same, we basically just doubled our income. Okay, so that's the value of split testing landing pages. That's one of the easiest, simplest ways for you to increase your revenue in your funnel. Does that make sense, Cameron? You want to add anything to that?
No, it makes perfect sense, and I don't want to jump into too much stuff because I'm pretty sure you're about to cover it. So at the end of the day, yeah, the landing page is the front of your funnel. Super easy to tweak things on it, especially when you guys see what we have and what we can do inside Leadpages here. And At the end of the day, the one thing that we want to make sure that we're focusing on is that we're only ever testing one variation.
Right. Okay. So here's what most people do when they're testing landing pages. And I see marketers do this all the time, and it's just costing them a ton of money. Okay. How far out I can start all the way over here. Okay. So the first thing they'll do is they'll go out and they'll take this page that's converting at like let's say this page is converting at 30%. Right? And they'll go, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to split test this page. I want to increase my conversions, so I'm going to split test this page with something else. Okay? And they'll go create a second page. I'm going to get into several details here. They'll create the second page, all right, and then they'll split test it 50-50. Okay, 50% of their traffic going to this one, 50% of their traffic going to this one. Okay, so most people do all the time. Wrong, horrible. Okay, because if you're going out and you're buying, okay, you're buying an ad, right, and you're spending money, and you already have a page that you know is converting at 30%, and you're profitable at that point, you don't go out and send half your traffic to a page you've never tested before. Instead, what we would do is send, okay, 75% of our traffic at the minimum to our page that we know is profitable, and another 25% at minimum to a page that we're testing. Another thing that I would strongly recommend, and different marketers will say different things, but another mistake I see people make, and I've made this mistake myself, is I'll get 60 leads that go to this page and it's converting at 30%, and I'll go get like 20 leads that go to this page and it's converting at 40%, and I go, okay, I'm going to turn this one off and I'll turn this one on at 40%, right? And I should increase my leads overall. Well, 20 visitors to a page is not what's the word I'm looking for? There's a scientific term for that word.
It's just not a big enough segment of people to, I don't know which word you're looking for specifically, but I know what you mean.
Yeah.
It's not a big enough. Now I'm trying to think of it. Basically, it's not a big enough segment. It's not enough data. There's not enough information for you to pull from that to know off of the just 20. You want to make sure that you have more visitors, that you have a bigger chunk, that you have a bigger overall view of the whole picture.
Yeah, I won't do it for anything less than at the bare minimum, which we'll probably operate with in the first run of traffic here. I won't do it with anything less than 100 visitors. That's like the bare minimum, right? If I have a great page that's converting really well, if I have a page that's converting at, let's say, 50%, and I'm driving 25% of my traffic to a page I'm testing, I've gone as high as 1,000 visitors before I turn that thing over, okay? Just to make sure that I know I'm in profit here, and I don't want to guess here. Now 1,000 is being pretty damn safe, but I like my money in my pocket, not in somebody else's pocket. So I just wanted to cover that point first. The next thing we're going to talk about is how to. So first we've covered how to properly segment the amount of traffic that's going out so that we can properly split test, right? From a page that's working that we know is profitable to a page that we're testing. All right. Now here's where we're going to begin, though. This is where we're going to begin tonight. Is we're going to start when you're taking a brand new offer to a brand new audience, right? I usually start with 3 pages that I split test. Okay. So we'll take, say, 3 pages. And quickly in the comments here, let me know, what do you think is the first thing that you split test? Just throw out some ideas there in the chat. Make this interactive, so you're not just watching us like talking heads. Copy. Okay, cool. JR. He's trying to cheat. He's actually in the room with us. But copy. Close. What else? Anybody else? There's headlines. There's headline. Close. There's there's your headline, there's your subheadline, there's your call to action, there's your
Background.
image, there's your background, there's settings. Somebody put background, somebody put headline, color. You can change the color of the buttons, all that. Okay, cool. Got some a lot of guesses going on here. Here's the number one thing. The first thing that you split test is your overall design. Okay? So we don't split test headline. We keep everything the same. The greatest variant where you'll normally see the largest difference in conversions on a landing page is in the design. Okay, not the copy and all that stuff. It's in the actual design. Meaning, like, this page might, have a black background, red headline, a white subheadline, a red button, a big arrow that points at the button, something like that. This page might be told very simple with a white background, a small little opt-in box, a very concise headline. Right? The same exact headline, but just a different layout. And this one would be a third layout. And what we want to do is split test first across designs to find out which design is converting the highest. At that point, then we can split test sex appeal. Wow. At that point, then we can split. Then what we'll do is we'll split. Then we can split test headline, subheadline, call to action, colors, right?
The thing to remember, guys, is that you're only ever split testing
one
at a time.
That's the thing I was going to get into next. So, guys, here's the next thing that we want to cover. Okay, so in our first page, in our first 3 pages that we're going to make today, the headline is going to be identical. Okay. Everything is going to be identical as it can be. We're just going to use 3 different designs for the opt-in page. All right? On our secondary test, so after we find the design that wins, then we'll play with the headline. Okay? Then as we go through this, as we continue the beta training, we'll continue to split test out different things. The point, though, being that at any time that you are split testing, you are literally testing one variable and only one. Okay? So if you're split testing the design, everything else stays the same, as close as possible. If you're split testing the headline, then everything stays the same other than the headline. Okay? If you're split testing your subheadline, everything else stays the same. You just have 2 separate subheadlines, right? 75% going to the previous winning headline, 25% going to the new subheadline. Right? Call to action. Enter your email below. Click the button below. Click here now. Send me the video. Whatever you want to put as your call to action on your button. Right? If you want to change that, well then you're only going to change that copy. Everything else stays the same. 75% of the traffic goes to your current winning page. 25% goes to your page that you're testing. Right? Colors. Change the color of the button, change the color of the headline, whatever. That's the only thing that changes, nothing else. Zero else. I can't tell you how many times I've come across people split testing pages, right? And they've got like multiple headlines, multiple subheadlines. It's all the same background. It's just different content on every page. And there's no way for them to tell what content is creating the conversion, right? So we need to test a single variable at a time to increase our overall conversions. I think I explained everything at that point. Make sense?
Yeah.
You want to add anything?
That's it. It's simple, guys. Don't overcomplicate it. We want to test one at a time. Test it, get your winner, move on to the next. As long as we're testing, finding a winner, and we're continuing to optimize and grow, we're continuing to improve, and it kind of just happens in the background. Doesn't take long to set up a new test.
All right, so let's go ahead and get in here. We're going to start testing out some pages and setting up GetResponse. So the first thing that we're going to do, the easiest thing, what's going to help streamline this. Oh, I got to share my screen, don't I? I'm not sharing it, am I? Oops. Where's my screen share? You see my, yeah, you see my screen over there? No?
Now we do, yeah.
Okay, good, cool. Okay, here we go. This training is going to be a little bit more step by step than the last one. All right, so let's go ahead and log into GetResponse. And what we're going to do first is we are going to create a new campaign. And this will be your primary campaign for the AWOL Academy beta once it rolls out. Okay? So the first thing we're going to do is click on this blue arrow here in the top right where it says your current campaign. Okay, so click on that blue arrow. You'll see a drop down menu that pops up. At the bottom, we're going to click create campaign. You'll see 4 links, I believe, down here at the bottom. And here we're going to click create campaign. And I know some of you are already very familiar with setting up campaigns. That's cool. Some of you, some of the other people on the team are not. All right. So like I said in the very beginning when we started beta, that we're going to be constantly kind of getting everybody caught up to speed and then taking everyone as a group to the next level. And so here in the campaign, we're going to name our campaign. Okay, now you can name it whatever you want. I'm just going to throw this in there. AWOL _ Academy. Okay, so AWOL Academy is going to be taken because I'm going to use that. Okay. So you can say AWOL _ Academy _ your first name, or AWOL _ Academy _ 2015. Whatever you want to do to make it yours, right? And name your campaign. So once we do that, I'm going to click Create New Campaign. You might want to know that your campaign name can only accept lowercase letters and underscores, I believe. I don't think it takes numbers, hyphens, or any of the other stuff. Okay, so once we've created our campaign, what we're going to do next is click on Edit Campaign Settings. All right. Now for me personally, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to turn off the notifications. Notifications basically means, do you want GetResponse to send you an email every time somebody opts into your list? Now, I don't know about you, but when we're driving, when we're driving solo ad traffic through this funnel, brokered traffic through the funnel, and you're getting 100, 200 opt-ins in a day, I'm pretty certain you don't want to get 100 to 200 emails, but it's up to you if you want to leave that notification on. When I first got started, I left this notification on only so that I would know that my funnel was working. Okay, I'm going to turn that off. Now under permission, this is important, so we're just on the General tab. On the left here, we're going to click on Permission. Now up here at the top where it says Enable Confirmed Opt-in, we're going to unclick these 2 checkboxes, okay? I'm going to unclick this. I'm going to unclick this. And that's it. All right. Now here's something important. What you're going to see down here is, in your From field, you should see the email that we created in Webinar 1 of this training series. If you do not see that email, all you need to do is click up here where it says, which one of these is it? Is it under add-ons? No. Slow internet. Okay, let's try this one. Account details. And your from email addresses, you can just click add new address, which would be here you'd put your first and last name. And your name at your the email that you created the other day. We did this training on Monday. Okay, and just click add. It'll send you, GetResponse will send you an email. You have to, with a link in it, you have to go back to your email inbox, click on that link, and go ahead and confirm it. Okay, so that it says verified. Okay, so here's the page that we were previously on, permissions. We're going to make sure that these two buttons are turned off. All right? Once we do that, we're done with that step. Okay? What we're going to do next is we're going to scroll over to Web Forms, and we're going to click down, scroll down to where it says Create New, and you're going to click there. Okay, and what you're going to see happen next is the web form editor. It's a WYSIWYG editor. Stands for what you see is what you get. WYSIWYG editor is going to be here in the center. And what we're going to do, and pay close attention to this part, because in my last co-op I had several people, or a few people, who missed this step altogether. All we're going to do on this page, okay, is, so just so you understand why this is here, for those of you who are new, this page, this is here so that you can design your own opt-in box if you wanted to embed this onto your blog or something like that. Okay? But in Leadpages and most landing page software out there, it already has a design for you. You just need to plug in the code. So what we're going to do here is just eliminate everything but the email. Okay, so we're going to get rid of all the extras that we don't need. So I'm going to eliminate the header. I just click you see this here at the bottom, it says show hide, right? So I'm going to hide the header, hide the footer, hide the name, hide the privacy message, hide the powered by. All of these buttons down here now should be light, not dark. Okay? So it should look like this, not like this. That's it. Done. All right. Now we're going to click Save Web Form. Okay, and then we'll click Next Step. This next page where it says Web Form Name, now what we're going to do is we're just going to name it something that we'll better recognize, right? So we'll call this one, AWOL Academy, Beta Test 1. All right. Hopefully everybody's followed along so far. Now down here where it says default thank you page, custom thank you page, stay on current page, what you're doing here is you are telling the system where to send the person who just opted into your email list. Do you want to send them to the default thank you page? Do you want to create your own custom thank you page? Do you want them to just stay on the page that they're currently on? I have to do this right now, but I'm going to tell you to do it right now because I want you to get in the habit of doing this. Okay? So we're going to click custom thank you page. And for now, all we're going to do is put www.google.com. Under normal circumstances, what we're going to put here is a tracking link. So we can see how many times was my ad clicked on, how many opt-ins did I get. This is such old news for Cameron. He's literally falling asleep next to me. I know.
I'm dozing.
Okay, so click there. And here you have an option, change the already subscribed URL. Okay. So I'm going to click that to custom URL. So what this means is what if somebody comes opt in, they end up on one of your emails or something, and for whatever reason, they're at work the next day and they want to go back and watch that video. They didn't have a chance to, and they go, oh, well, what was the name of that website again? Oh yeah, that's right. It was, I'm gonna go know the link directly to the video. Maybe they're not getting your emails because of email deliverability issues. Who knows? Well, you want to be able to make it possible for them to go all
Okay. But I don't see your screen at all now. What's up, guys?
Yeah, click on your box.
Oh, you're back now. Can you still hear us? It's just K on his computer. I'm hardwired in. He's on Wi-Fi. Computer. Wired in. He's on Wi-Fi. Which video? Which video? Should be good on my part anyway.
I'm gonna turn off my sound so my computer doesn't have to pick up the sound.
Okay, we'll just use this mic and then just click on your screen. You can screen share still.
Okay. So we're back. Turn that mic this way a little bit. It's picking up. Okay. So we're back. So here's where we left off. I think is on this page we're putting in the already subscribed URL, which is the URL for people who've already subscribed to your email list once. They've already opted into your funnel once. You're not going to get their email address twice on your email list. GetResponse won't host duplicates, so you're good. We're just going to put the same thank you page URL here. So for now, it's going to be google.com. And we're going to click Save Web Form.
You want to turn off your sound? What? You want to turn off your sound? Okay.
And then we'll click Next Step. All right, and we end up on this page here. And then we're just going to click Show HTML, which of course my button's not working. Okay, there we go. And we're going to click where it says Include CSS styles. We'll turn that off. Okay, so this is what your page should look like now. We've created the web form. We've given it the very general design. We've created the thank you page URLs for both the regular thank you page URL and the already subscribed URL. Now we're in the editor. What?
Didn't show when you clicked on it. Oh, there you go.
Oh, you're getting a delay too. As close as you are to me.
Usually it's the exact same.
Yeah, I know.
That was the first time.
Okay. Okay, so we've got, now we're at the, whoa. So now we're on this page. We have our HTML code. We've turned CSS styles off, just so that you know. Sometimes when I click this button to turn CSS styles off, it's not.
Basically, when it delayed there, apparently everybody got black screen.
Yeah. There, it's back.
We're good now.
So just dealing with internet issues. First world problems. All right, so just so you know, not every time, and I've seen this happen in the past, not every time that you include the CSS styles button, not every time that you turn it off, does it actually disappear. So just make sure that you're not seeing this type of script anymore, you're just seeing this script. Okay, boom, we're ready to go. We're just going to leave that page the way it is. We're going to come over to Lead Pages, and now we're going to click on Templates. We're going to look up a few landing page templates, and there's a few templates here that I've tried that I know work very, very well. So that's what we're going to run with. So I'm just scrolling through. I'm going to find it.
Dom says, what is CSS? CSS is just a type of script. It's a type of code. You don't need it. You just need the plain HTML. That's why you turn that off.
Okay, here's one of the pages we're going to test. So looking for the other one. Here's the other one that we'll test. And Cam, do you want to split test this survey type squeeze page?
Yeah, I like those ones.
Okay. Because we also have the video fake out page, which I've had pretty good success with.
Video fake out page is really good. I've also had really good one with just this one here, the basic squeeze page, which is
with no image there.
I've done image and no image.
Okay, well we gotta choose three. I know super basic squeeze page. This one here, this one works really good.
You can do basic squeeze page too, with just just an image of the video fake out type one.
Oh, we can do that
if you want to get that complex, but I've done it with like a video thumbnail next to it. And guys, this is what you're starting to see here is you're realizing that there's a lot of different options. And anytime you run into someone trying to say this is the way it is, just call bullshit on them because everything needs to be tested. It always needs to be tested. There's no way that you can say this is how it is all the time. No matter what, anytime you start a new campaign, you test. You start from scratch, and it is a process. And that's what you guys are seeing here is the actual process, even just coming in and starting to decide and choose just some layouts.
So this is cool. You're actually hearing Karen and I have a conversation. Like, you're seeing like this is what happens behind the scenes, and you guys aren't here. It hasn't happened recently because I've been in the goddamn basement. But this is how it normally goes down. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna test three layouts. I never try to test more than 3 different layouts at a time. Okay. So we'll go with this one, the basic squeeze page, basic centered squeeze page. This has been my highest converting page so far, and with totally different audiences in the BizOp niche. And then we'll test this one, the super basic squeeze page, and then we'll test this one, the basic squeeze page. So these are going to be the 3 that we test today. Okay? I'm going to give you guys the copy, the swipe, all of it. And you're going to actually hear us design the swipe right here on the webinar. Or I mean the copy, right here on the webinar. Okay? So let's go ahead and get started with, we'll get started with this one, the super basic squeeze page. All right? So we're just going to, so you should see, free super basic squeeze page. You can see it's a white background with some words on it, a yellow button, and all you have to do to start using it is to start designing it is click use this template. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to click use this template. Okay. Now, lead pages will always ask you what industry are you in. That's because they want to know, what pages. They're testing all of these pages themselves. They're collecting data on all these pages. Okay. If you want, you can put marketing. At this point, I've put it in so many times. I just say no thanks. I'd rather not say. Okay, so here we are on the page. Just had to give it a second to load. And in case you've never edited one of these pages before, it's actually really simple. Okay, so here at the top, we're going to put some sort of in this variable, the subheadline kind of goes up here first to some degree. So what I'm going to put here is I'm going to put kind of the basic free video reveals. All right. So this is usually what we start with in the industry. Now we can change it later, but we're going to start with something very generic at first. The font, you're gonna highlight the font. You're gonna make it bold. Okay, so you just highlight it. Click over here on the B. Should say bold. You can change the text color. So this text color I usually like to make red. Okay. So we'll click over here. Just drop it down to that first red square on the left.
Fire brick.
Fire brick. And we'll name it red, and we'll make it red. Okay. I'm gonna change the size of this font a little bit. I'm gonna increase the size. So are you. I'm gonna scroll down. Let's see what it looks like at 24. Looks like that's what it was at. Let's go down 26. There we go. A little bit bigger. Let's go with 28. So you guys are actually here with us right now as we're designing a page. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at 28. Okay. So now you're going to highlight the body copy, and we're going to delete it. You can leave the quotations. We might take them out later. I don't know. And we're going to start changing the copy. You want to go with that six-figure internet marketer seeks apprentice?
Yeah, I mean it's a good place to start. It's obviously the next thing that we're gonna start to play with here. Because at the end of the day, guys, what we're doing here, there's only two types of traffic. A lot of people talk about all sorts of different things, but there's really only two types of traffic. There's fixed cost and there's performance-based. Performance-based is when you're doing things like Facebook pay-per-click or Google PPC, YouTube PPC, Twitter PPC, any form of PPC really, but that's called performance-based advertising. And the type of landing page you use on a performance-based advertising, you kind of want it to turn off the people that aren't your prospects, people that you don't want to do business with. Basically, you only want the best prospect, the best possible lead clicking through and actually landing on your page, let alone opting in. And in that case, it's because you're actually only paying every time somebody clicks. So you want to deter people from clicking on your ad unless you know that they're actually interested, because that's every time they click on your ad, you have to pay, obviously. In fixed cost marketing, which is what we're teaching you guys here, and what we're doing when we're working with big media buyers, and essentially you're paying one set cost, and when those clicks come in, whether they turn into leads for you or not, you had to pay that cost. So when we work with fixed cost marketing, we don't really care at this point. We just want to make sure that our landing page is as high as freaking possible, that as many people see our offer as we possibly can, so that we can get the biggest return on our ad spend. So the type of offers that we work with when we do fixed cost marketing historically have been very plain landing pages like we're showing you guys here right now, and they've been very sort of ambiguous type headlines that are very straight to the point, like this one thing helped me earn $750 a day. Here's how. Like little things like that where they're like ambiguous but sexy to the audience that you know you're actually marketing to. So I think we can go with that one. I don't have my swipe file on this computer. It's on my laptop upstairs.
We'll just make it up as we go, buddy. Okay, so here's what I'm going to put in here. take out after. Can I fit this up here? No, I can't.
I'd say for details, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I might even do, you could do like, it's funny when you get to a place, guys, where you've seen so much copy and you've done with so many things, where you start seeing people when they're at different stages of their journey, and some things like they almost become cliche, but when you test them, and that's why it's always good to remove yourself from it, because sometimes the things that you think is going to work doesn't work.
Bombs.
They bomb, and it's like you have something you're like, I want this page to beat this page over here, but for whatever reason this page continues to win. And I can remember one time I was down in New York at a very close marketing mastermind, and we were reviewing one of our funnels that we had, and we had it built around one of my business partners. She's a lady from Australia, and we had this page that had spelling mistakes on it. It was so bad, and it was beating every page anyone at this mastermind could put together, and no one could figure out why. We're just like, I just don't get it. But everyone wanted these other pages to win. They wanted it to convert better, and rationally, if you would have just looked at it, you'd have been like, this isn't going to work. But when you test it, it does, and that's why you always want to approach your marketing with a sense of testing. So the reason I brought this up is because of the headline that I was about to say. In my mind, my little voice, I wanted to say, well, that's cliche. I see something like that all the time. Let's not do that. But the truth is, the only way to know and to verify is to actually test it. And what I was going to say was just like, I've seen the word underground convert really well because it just creates that that ambiguousness to it. So like seven-figure underground marketer seeks apprentice. Seeks first-time apprentice, or we can play with words like that. Or
okay.
At the end of the day, we have the offer. The offer really is the biggest thing.
Maybe we led with this.
Limited spots available.
Or closing soon.
And again, that's what we're gonna have to test once we get our layout locked in here.
I'm going to start with closing soon.
Creates immediate scarcity, short to the point.
Highly sought. Let's see. Underground marketer.
You can put underground affiliate.
Oops.
From a lot of data, a good friend of mine that I was speaking to recently, he was doing some pretty big surveys, and he's like, the number one thing people want to know is how to be an affiliate. They don't want to know how to promote their own shit. They just want to be affiliates. So.
Highly sought underground marketer seeks apprentice. Click the button below for instant details.
From my experience, the thing that through all my experience, guys, has been like the more simple and concise and clear to understand, the better. So from experience, I believe that this will convert very, very nicely, especially when you know out inside the marketplace. That really is the number one thing that people want, is they want hands-on training, they want mentorship, and they want guidance. And
What do you think of that? I kind of like that right there.
I like that.
Highly sought underground marketer seeks apprentice. Click the button. below for instant details. And up here, I'm going to put an exclamation point. Closing soon. Highly sought underground marketer seeks apprentice. Click the button below for instant details.
I like it.
All right, let's run with it. Okay, so you guys, what you're going to do here is make sure that your headline looks pretty much like this. So what's going to happen here, guys, is in the beta. So I just want you to understand why it is that we're doing this right in front of you, so that why it is that we're telling you, hey, copy exactly what we're doing. Is as a group, as a co-op together, when we go out and market, we're going to be able to collect a lot more data than any one of us could individually. Okay? So let's say we go out and we get, as a group, we buy 50,000 clicks, let's say. Well, about 5,000 clicks in, we can then poll the entire group and ask which of your landing pages is converting the best. How many clicks do you have? How many opt-ins do you have? Right? We'll ask for all the details.
We'll be able to tally it all.
And what will happen is, where each of you might only have 100 clicks at that time, right? Or not even, maybe 100 clicks at that time. Okay. Well, that's not enough clicks to make a clear decision when you're spreading out 100 clicks divided by 3 different page designs. However, when we add all of them together and we see that, this page 1 has gotten a total of, I don't know, 1,500 clicks, page 2 has a total of 1,500 clicks, and page 3 has a total of 2,000 clicks, well, now that's enough data for us to choose a clear winner. So as our traffic is coming through this funnel, as we work together as a group, we're going to be able to pick the one that's working, and we'll begin to develop from there a new landing page. And 5,000 clicks in, we'll probably poll all of you again and make a new version of that as well. And so what's going to happen here is you're going to benefit from the collective whole as opposed to trying to benefit on your own traffic alone. Does that make sense? Make sense to you?
Yep.
So I highly recommend that you copy exactly what we're doing. And detail here, now I ran a co-op with 54 participants, a couple of, what was that, December? I'm telling you, detail is important. I did it right in front of the whole audience, showed them exactly what I was doing, and you'd be stunned by some of the versions that came out the other end. So watch this. You're watching this presentation carefully. I'm leaving this on the page so that you can copy it exactly. I have not changed any of the font designs, only the font size up here on the opening line. Other than that, all else is the same. Copy is the same, right? And what we're going to do next is we're going to change this copy on this button. Okay. So in order to do that, we're going to scroll over the button. So hopefully you've caught up to by this point. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to scroll over the button, click this little gear sign to the top right in the top right corner of it, and it's going to say link options, hide, show lead box. So we're going to click link options. Okay. Once you do that, this little drop-down menu will appear, and now we can change the text on that button. So what I'm going to put here is I'm going to say send me the details now. Okay. We'll click done. What do you think of that copy, Cameron?
I like it. And then when the lead box comes up, I will put some I would put some context into it to make sure that they're putting in their proper email, basically saying like it's going to be sent to your inbox.
For sure.
Because one of the things that you guys will notice, when you do get into and you guys do break off and you're split testing your own pages and doing whatever, this is what you would find is that if you don't have some verbiage in there so that they understand and that it's made clear that something is being sent to their inbox, you will notice fake emails being put in because they just want to see what's on the other side. And I've done this all the time too. And the only time, the main reason I learned this lesson was from just recognizing my own habits. Like, oh, I actually have to put my email in here because what I want to see is going to get sent to me.
Right. So you'll see that in a moment, guys, when we design the actual opt-in form. Okay. So all of your pages now should look like this. Highly sought, closing soon. Highly sought in underground marketer seeks apprentice. Click the button below for instant details. Send me the details now. Okay. So now we're going to click the little gear box in the top right corner of the button again, and we're going to click on Show Lead Box. Okay. Oh, look at that new thing they added up here, the 50% complete bar.
Nice. I like
it's
that.
moving. Sick. Good job, Leadpages. Okay. Now the first thing that we're going to do, now we're going to start editing this actual box that they're going to enter their information in. Okay. And this thing can be a little bit glitchy, so do your best to follow along. First thing we're going to do here is I'm going to hide this image. Okay. Now maybe later here, maybe we'll put an image that's kind of like blurred out of this, secret underground marketer, just to kind of add some of that sex appeal, as somebody said earlier. But for now, we're just going to hide it. Okay, so we're just going to click on that. You'll see it pop up here on the left. We'll just click Hidden.
Curiosity is just one of the best driving factors.
There was a series back in the Discovery Channel rolled it out, and it was called like Secrets of the Ages. Right? It was one of the best, the highest selling series that was ever delivered by that network, by that television network at the time, and it was I'm pretty sure it was from Discovery Channel or National Geographic. You can go back and look at it. Forget who wrote the copy for it, but I studied some of his stuff in the past, and if you watch the commercials that they had about this series, right, it was purely curiosity based. I use this all the time in my email marketing. I use it all the time in my ads. It's purely curiosity based. And it went something along the lines of this: are aliens visiting us secretly from beyond the stars? What do the pyramids really mean? Right? Is Sasquatch a real figure? Right? Something like that. Coming soon. Secrets of the Ages. And that's all it said. It was like asked all these questions, left you curious, like, what the hell? Are aliens coming to visit me in the middle of the night? I need to know, right? And they sold millions and millions of DVD sets on that. Curiosity. Love it. Great copy. Okay. So anyway, we might add that image of a blurred marketer later, but we're not going to do it right now today. So up here at the top, this is where I'm going to click in.
That copy was added there to go with the 50%.
I know.
Nice.
I'm just going to put, this is where I normally put my it's going to go to your inbox warning,
yeah.
And I put it up here. So we'll see how it comes out. Please note, full, oops, we don't want to put all caps there. Okay, so you're editing it here, so we clicked on this box up here at the top where it says almost there. This little editor box pops up here, and now we're going to edit that note that goes at the top. Here's what we're going to put. Please note, full details will be sent directly to your inbox. Okay. I'm going to make this bold, make it red. So I'll click on this little red square down here. Let's just make this whole thing bold. Play around with this a little bit. Make that whole thing bold. Make it italicized. And yeah, leave it at that for now. See what comes out of it. Enter your email address below. And that's pretty much what we're going to leave there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this name box and the phone number box because we're not going to ask for that anyway. So there's a little, when you scroll over it, there's a little X on the right hand side. We'll just click on that, turn that off. What do you think about adding, like, enter your best email below to apply? Or
I think an application has a little bit more of a commitment than just kind of checking out what's going down.
just
So
leave it.
I would I'd have enter your best email below for full details. I would just kind of reinforce the offer.
What about enter your best email below
For full disclosure.
to work directly with an underground marketer?
Need valid emails below. Valid email.
Well, best. What do you think?
Yeah, write it up and see how it looks. Maybe instead of directly, we try hands-on.
To work hands-on with? What do we put? Enter your best email below to meet your underground mentor. Like that?
Yeah. And then in the download report, just change it to send me the full details.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the copy that we're going with, guys. Enter your best email below to meet your underground mentor. And what you're seeing here is you see how this landing page, all the copy on this is framing the offer before they ever get there, right? This is why we need to know what our script is going to say in order for us to give you, good quality training on your landing pages.
It makes it congruent.
Yeah, it's congruent. So in your advertising, typically one of the pitfalls I find in broker traffic is that I can't control what the prospect sees before they come to the landing page, right? So ideally in your funnels, you want to have a completely congruent offer so that your ad, your landing page, the headline above your sales message, your follow-up emails, everything is congruent, basically driving that same message home over and over again. And that's what will maximize your conversions. In this instance, though, we're trading in the luxury of knowing what the ad is going to say we're trading in that luxury for the luxury of having fixed cost advertising. So we know exactly what our budget is going to be. We're not going to pay a penny more, right? And we get to just go ahead and do our best to extract as many conversions out of that as possible. Okay? So enter your best email below to meet your underground mentor. And here's what I'm going to do next is on the left. Now I want to change the copy in this box, but I don't want to change it just yet. Okay? So on the left, we're going to click this blue button. You should see a blue button that says OK. We're going to click there. Okay? And at the top here, we're going to click on Integration Settings. And you should see a page like this pop up. And here we're gonna scroll down to Get Response. All right? And I can already foresee where there might be a challenge here, or somebody didn't connect their GetResponse account. So we'll give it a. I'm gonna finish showing you how to implement. I'm gonna finish this one page, and if you are having a problem where you don't see an option for you to integrate with GetResponse, just leave that comment in the comments section in the chat, and I'll get around to showing you how to do that. Okay. Once we have that, you're going to notice that I didn't click where it says API integrations at the top. I didn't click that and click GetResponse here. Okay. I didn't click that. I clicked where it says HTML copy paste, and then I scrolled down to GetResponse. And there's a big difference. Big difference. Okay. So for those of you who are able to follow along on this step, all we're going to do next is we're going to go over back to GetResponse, which is why I said to leave this page exactly as it is.
You have to activate it to be able to see the HTML thing, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought.
We're going to scroll down here. We're going to grab all of this HTML copy. We're going to copy it. And we're going to paste it over where it's asking for the HTML code in Leadpages. Okay. So you should see integration settings here at the top. You should see integrate form with. You should have selected GetResponse under HTML copy paste. Pasted your HTML code in, and then you just click customize form. Okay, and just as I suspected, that name field has popped up again. So we're just going to scroll over. We're going to click the red X. We're going to remove that. And now you're going to scroll over on the left here where it says thank you page. Click there and make sure that this box is not checked. It is not checked. Okay, so if it is checked, uncheck it. For some pages in sometimes in Leadpages they'll have this box checked and it'll ruin your it will keep your viewers, your prospects, your leads from being able to see the next page of your funnel. Okay, so click OK, as long as that's not checked. Then we're going to click inside of this box here. So we're coming back over to the right, over on this, the opt-in box. We're going to click on inside the box here. And on the placeholder text, so you'll see, on this left side here, an editor shows up and it says placeholder text. And we're going to delete that. And we're going to say your email goes here. Dot, dot, dot. Okay. And we'll click OK. And lastly, we're going to change the text on this button. So we're going to scroll over this button, click on it. A little editor is going to pop up here on the left. It's going to say, we're just going to type in send me the full details now. Okay. Are you seeing any comments coming in where they're saying that they can't see that GetResponse option on the right?
Yeah, there's a ton. There's about 30 or 40 of them.
Okay. So hold on, guys. Don't worry. And we're gonna come back to that. For those of you who can follow along, all we're gonna do now is we're gonna close out this opt-in box here just by clicking the X in the top right corner, and then we're going to click Save. Okay, it's going to ask us for our page name. We're going to put AWOL Academy 1. All right. and we're going to click Done. And now we're going to click here and make sure that, all that stuff actually got saved that we just did on the web form. And it looks like it did. So, wow, hopefully their service has improved. Okay, so I'm just going to save again to be sure. I'm going to come back and I'm going to address this issue that some of you are having with not being able to configure your GetResponse into Leadpages. Okay, so for those of you who followed along so far, bam! All right, now we're going to make 2 other duplicates of this page on 2 different templates here in just a minute. But first, let's go ahead and get everybody else caught up. Okay, so we're going to close this out. For those of you who are stuck, here's what you're going to do. Go back to the home page that you get when you first log in to Leadpages. Okay. Once you're there, you're going to click on My Account. You're going to scroll down, and you're going to click on Integrations. All right. Then you're going to click here where it says GetResponse, not GetResponse 360, just GetResponse. Okay. You're going to click on it. And what you're going to see here, okay, if you haven't already connected it, is it's going to ask you for your GetResponse API key. All right, here's where you're going to find that. So let's switch over to the tab where we have GetResponse open. Scroll up to the top. And we're going to click on where it says My Account. We'll just scroll over that. We're going to click on Account Details. Okay, so now we've clicked on Account Details. On the left here, you're going to see where it says GetResponse API. So click there. And now I have to make sure that this video never goes public. So we're going to click there, and you're going to see My Secret API Key. You're just going to highlight this, copy it, go back to Leadpages, and you'll have a space here where you can paste it in. Okay, you're going to paste it in, and on the right, you're going to see a little button that says Connect. So paste in your API key and click Connect. You should see, the little round circle that moves for a second, and then it should say GetResponse is connected. And then right below that, where it says Allow Copy Paste, by default it'll be off. You're going to turn it on. So if you've been able to follow along with those instructions, just go ahead and type into the chat box and let us know that you're connected. GetResponse is connected. Works for me. Is that what that says?
Yep. So let us know inside the chat box, guys.
White Ray.
J White Boy.
Oh, J White Boy. Where that is.
Not sure.
Julian.
That it very well could be. I don't know. Julian's a ginger.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If anything, I would say J Cloud.
Connected. Good to go. Thank you. Connected. Got it. Connected. Got it. Bam. Yes. Awesome. Okay, guys.
Okay. So here we're going to go back to Leadpages real quick. Okay. So we're going to go back to our hopefully you saved that template before you exit, or hopefully you didn't exit out at all. Okay, so let's get back into the template that we were working on. I'm just going to go over the changes with you really quick. Or not as quick.
Your laptop sounds like it's going to die.
Dude, it's gonna take off anymore.
It's gonna fly away.
It's gonna fly through the ceiling. Do you hear that fan going on? The engines are roaring.
That is ridiculous.
Get off me, dude. I built an empire on this little 13-inch MacBook Air.
It needs a break. It's tired.
It needs to go into retirement, I think. You're right. Anyway, well, I clicked on the wrong thing. It's Leadpages, not templates I'm looking for.
We have answers.
What's your question?
In regards to the integration settings, is there a reason why you put the HTML code and not just like the AWOL Academy option?
What do you mean?
Basically, he just means why do you paste in your HTML versus just integrating via API? And the API settings with a lot of these providers are finicky. Because some people have been gaming their system, basically, and lead stuffing. So if you lead stuff through the API, if it comes through a form like that, it's...
Well, here's the most concise answer I can give you, is because when you integrate, so with pretty much all landing page software that I've tried, when you integrate via API with your autoresponder, which GetResponse being your autoresponder in this case, it forces the lead to double opt-in in order to be on your email list. Now you can actually contact your provider. Like I could call GetResponse and I could have their marketing team turn off the double opt-in feature, but it turns it off account-wide, which means I'll never have the double opt-in feature again unless I call them back and have them turn it back on. And so they'll cut it off for my API. What ends up happening then is all of the leads that I ever capture will be sent from a server that sends out only to single opt-in leads, which means that server is already operating at a handicap, so your email deliverability is already knocked down a tick. And there's times when I'm marketing and I have a very good upfront value offer that I want to give and I want double opt-in. For example, when all of you got on this email list for beta, I had all of you double opt-in. Why is that? Well, because I know that you have a big enough incentive for you to go through the trouble of double opting in, and it means that more of my emails will show up in your inbox than if I had you single opt-in, which means more of you will see it, more of you will get the content, more of you will get the information, and it'll streamline the process of us completing this training. So that's the big reason that I don't integrate via API and instead over HTML. Okay. So I'm going to come back into this. So we're going to click, oh shit.
That's why they make you double opt-in, so people game the system. Summarize that.
So AWOL Academy, so here's the page that we're just editing. I'm going to click on it, bring it back up so you guys can see it. We're almost done, guys, so be patient. This is a little bit, kind of a long webinar. Kind of. I actually did a webinar once that was 7.5 hours long.
What? Would you leave it on and forget?
7.5 hours
Did
of
you eat
pure
during?
content. Yeah, we took a 30-minute break to eat.
Did you even go to the bathroom?
No, it was
once?
a 15-minute break. I just had myself hooked up to a hose and I peed in the bucket nearby.
You literally had a catheter. A self-hooked up catheter. That's shit got wild.
I really did do a 7.5 hour.
I'm actually really enjoying this this daily live call though.
Yeah, it's fun.
It is. The really good thing about it is it's allowing us to get this stuff a lot more concise every time we do it. It's going to be clearer.
And clearer.
And clearer.
And clearer.
Until this whole call that took 2 hours tonight is going to take 20 minutes.
Yeah. All right, guys, so here we are. We're on that page, and I just want to go back to where we were integrating the HTML code. So we're going to click on the top right corner of this button that says Send me the details now. We're going to click on Show Lead Box. Oh, look, the button went back to the old copy. See?
Oh, wow.
Lead pages can be a little bit finicky at times, guys. Look at that. Even all this text is gone.
Shit, what did we have it say before?
You have no idea how many times I've had that problem.
Yeah, like, oh, it was good. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, we got it. It was just a joke. But we're glad you're here, JR.
Yeah.
You and your photographic memory.
Hold on. So here we go. So on the left, you're going to click on integration settings here at the top. This little editor will pop up here. You're going to click on integrate form with, and you'll see API integrations at the top, and you'll see GetResponse under there now because you've integrated over API. Do not use that option. You'll also see GetResponse if you turned on the little button that was right below that said allow HTML embed or whatever. If you turn that on, where I showed you to, you should see GetResponse here under HTML copy paste. That's the one that you're going to click on, and then you're going to come back over. You'll go back to your web forms list. Okay, so you'll click on scroll over web forms at the top, click on web forms list. You'll scroll down until you find the web form that we just created, which was, I've got lots of web forms there, AWOL Academy, the one that we just created today, and we're going to click on View Source on the right. Okay, so you see Preview, Edit, Settings, View Source. So click there. All right, we're going to click on Show HTML, turn CSS styles off. Now we're going to grab this whole copy here, and all that HTML, we're going to copy it. We're going to come back over to this page, and we are going to paste it. All right. And once we do that, we can click on OK. So for those of you who are watching who were integrated, we're just going to click Save Changes. Who were integrated, you're going to want to go back and check. Every time I build a page in Leadpages, I always check to make sure that my customization's saved.
The name popped in again.
Yeah, the name box popped in again. All of you will see that when you embed your HTML code. You can turn it off here on the left, or you can turn it off here in the box. Okay, so just uncheck that, and we're good to go. Okay, now we got to add our copy in here again. So here we go. So for those of you who...
I think the reason it did it too is because you clicked the X instead of OK.
Possibly.
That's happened to me before.
Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to click Please Note. Oops, please note. Full details. Jesus, details. I'm going to make that capital. Will be sent directly to your inbox. Okay. Exclamation point. We're going to make all of this bold. We're going to italicize it all. We're going to make please note red. So I'm going to highlight that. We're going to click on red here. We're going to click OK. Okay. Now we're going to adjust the headline here just by clicking on it. A little editor box will pop up here on the left. We're going to say enter your best email below to meet your underground mentor. And we're playing up on curiosity right there in that headline. Okay. Well, who is my underground mentor?
I don't know. You didn't say.
I don't know. Okay, then we're going to click on this button. A little box will pop up here on the left. We're going to say, oops, send me the details now. Exclamation point. Alrighty, and we'll click OK here on the left. Okay, and we'll click OK here on the left again. So your page should look exactly like this. Please note, full details will be sent directly to your inbox. Enter your best email below to meet your underground mentor. Your email goes here. Send me the details now. We're going to click OK. We're going to click Save. All right, and now we're going to check it.
You gotta get that little hourglass thing on your computer. You gotta, like,
Shut up. Okay, we're going to click on Publish. We clicked on Publish, and I'm just going to click View Page. Make sure that all the customizations I put in there are saved. So here's our page. Send me the details now. It didn't.
Say part of it.
Almost all of it. Leadpages did kind of good in this case. So I'll come back and I'll change that later. Let's just move on to the other two designs. Okay, but you are going to want to make sure that you're checking, double checking, triple checking your work as you go through. So I'm going to click, I'm going to close this out. I'm going to click on templates. Okay, so we're moving on to our other designs of the lead page of opt-in pages. So we can click on opt-in here at the menu bar on the top, so it only shows us opt-in pages. Oh, actually, we could have designed the pages and sent them the link. We could have just shared the page.
Yeah, because they changed all the shared page stuff. I know, but we wanted to give the hands-on stuff.
Yeah.
Let you guys know, tonight was all a bonus. We could have just given you the shared codes, but we wanted to show you how to navigate everything. Page name, Curtis, totally it's totally your call on however you want to label it. It's just so that you can see it. I suggest calling it AWOL Academy Beta or AWOL Academy 1 or something, just so that you know that that's what it is, because you want to make sure that you're able to reference and know all of this stuff, because when we do have the final versions in these funnels before we turn on the traffic, we want to make sure that everybody is very clear, so that we're able to have you guys give us the feedback on your stats, so that we can, like we talked about earlier, collectively break down all of these stats and split test here together, so we can move faster through these tests.
Bam. Okay, so guys, we're gonna, we're here on the templates. We're gonna scroll all the way down to the bottom. You should see basic centered squeeze page. Okay, so if you clicked on opt-in up here at the top in the menu bar, you scroll all the way down to the bottom, basic centered squeeze page. Click there. No thanks, I'd rather not say. Okay, here we are. So at this one we're gonna design is obviously quite different. Headline, we're gonna put the same headline we used previous. Closing soon. Okay. Highly sought underground marketer seeks apprentice. Is that what our last page said?
I think so.
Okay, so highly sought underground marketer seeks apprentice. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bold this, and I'm also going to color this one. Or we're going to see how it looks with color anyway. Close enough to the original, you think, for us to run with it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going to...
The biggest thing is that we're showing everyone how to navigate stuff for now. We're going to give everyone a shared campaign code before we go live.
Yeah. Okay, so what we'll do here is we'll just turn this off. We'll click hide. So this is exactly what your page should look like so far. I'm going to click on the button. We're going to click on the gear in the top right. We're going to click link options. And we're going to say send me the details now.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, there we go. Now we're going to integrate with our GetResponse. So we'll click on Show Lead Box. All right, we're going to hide this image just like we did the last time. We're going to customize this copy at the top. What did it say? Please note.
Please note.
Full details will be sent directly to your inbox. Okay. We're going to bold it. We're going to italicize it. We're going to make the words please note red. Click OK. Cool. All right. We're going to click integration settings. On the top, we're going to click integrate form with GetResponse under HTML copy paste. Click there. So the HTML code box should pop up. Go back to GetResponse. Copy our HTML code, bring it back over, click in the box, paste it. Okay. Click on customize this form down below. All right, we'll turn off the name box here on the left.
I think the reason it kept going back was because of the, I don't know.
I've tried so many things.
I was thinking because it said it in the HTML code.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't?
No. So we'll click on integration settings. Oh, sorry. Make sure your name box is turned off. And now we're going to customize the headline here. Okay. So enter your best email below to meet your underground mentor. All right. We'll click inside this email box. We'll say your email goes here. Oops. Delete this content here. Your email goes here. Okay. Click on the blue button. Send me the details now. Click OK. All right, we're going to click Save. I'm going to name this AWOL Academy 2. Later, we'll have you guys change the exit pop-ups, and that's where Cache Network and ClickSure are going to come into play. This little button here is how we're going to integrate and monetize our exit traffic. So we're going to click Done and Save. See?
What is going on here? I really like that copy.
So if your copy didn't save, don't worry about it. If this didn't save, don't worry about it. I mean, we can try it again. I've had this problem lots of times with Leadpages. It's just finicky. Still the best landing page software available in the marketplace, in my opinion, as far as user friendliness goes. So enter your best email below to meet your underground mentor. Okay. Okay. Save again. New page saved. Right there. Oh, it might have worked this time. Who knows? Won't really know until we publish it. And we're going to close this out. So we have AWOL Academy 1, AWOL Academy 2, and we're going to have AWOL Academy 3. So we're going to click again on Templates. Click on Opt-in. Templates, Opt-in, Templates, Opt-in, and Templates to Opt-in. Almost done. Almost on the home stretch. Okay, we're going to scroll down here to this page that says Basic Squeeze Page. So there's two pages that look alike here. There's AdWords, PPC, Ready Squeeze Page from Justin, whatever. Do not use that one. We're using Basic Squeeze Page. Okay, you should see it there. I'm going to click on that. No thanks, I'd rather not say. Are you following along?
Yep. The fastest way to get this stuff is if you copy paste it from another tab instead of having to write it every time.
Oh yeah.
Also, when you do A/B split test, sometimes it pre-populates for you. Depends.
Never had that work for me.
Really? I had it pre-populate all my form integrations and stuff.
So that
It was the same.
But we're just gonna like create all the templates, because if you go into A/B split test and you want to try to make a new page, it doesn't give you all the templates to work from.
Yeah.
So okay, so here's our page. We're gonna click and turn this off. Click up here on the headline. You guessed it. Closing soon. Right? Just gonna make that bold. See if we want to increase the font size a bit. There we go. Change this out. What was it? Highly sought underground marketer seeks apprentice. Based on looks, I'm going to say that this page converts the lowest.
I think I've had it convert really good before. It looks weird right now with the size of the headline and how it's formatted, but
Well, you know what's shitty is because typically, so I'll throw this guy out for you guys as a tip. Normally, you want this copy here, right? You want it to kind of, to some degree, form like a V shape where it's pointing down at the button.
you can change the size of it though, can't you?
Yeah, we can. And the reason for that is that what happens is it increases the likelihood that your viewer is going to read your entire copy, because it looks like they have less and less to go, right? They've already chunked down from the biggest to the smallest pieces. Now, it's not such a hard and fast rule that I'll make my copy look extremely ugly to do it, which I've seen some people do, and I don't know why. But just so you guys know, so when my copy comes out like this, where it's like real fat at the bottom, that tends to have the lowest amount of readership and opt-in. So let's just change up the size a bit. So let's see what 24 looks like. Oh, that looks freaking gorgeous.
Spacing looks weird.
See, 28.
That's weird.
28. Okay. Let's play with it. Still playing with the size of the font. 26.
How's it go so small?
Oh, a huge difference between 28 and 26.
I call bullshit on these sizes.
Try that again. 28? Wow. What's going on here? Leadpages, you're not making me look good in front of my friends. You're embarrassing me in front of my friends, Leadpages.
How dare you? Let's go with that, I guess, and then bold the.
Yeah. So we'll go with this, which should be the correct size for 28. And we're going to bold Underground Marketer Seeks Apprentice. It is bold already. Won't let us bold it.
Jesus.
So let's go ahead and change the color a bit. We'll scroll over here and we'll use this little golden rod. See what that looks like. It looks horrible.
That looks so bad.
It's so bad.
It's so bad. Why'd you let us do this?
Alright, let's do this again. Let's just go with red. See what red looks like. Well, there's this little orange tab right here. It's called dark orange. Let's see what that looks like. Oh my god, that's not dark orange at all.
So bad.
Okay, we're going to go with red. Let's see what red looks like. Okay, so it's dark red here at the top. Highly sought Underground Marketer Seeks Apprentice. Click the button below for full details.
I'd change the color of closing soon, maybe. It just looks weird.
It does. It looks so weird. What's going on here?
It's real life.
Is this real life?
And
Is it going to be like this forever?
this is that exact moment when everyone's like, these guys can do this. Yeah, guys, this is real life.
Yeah.
It's going to be like this forever.
All right. Can you run with that?
Still looks really weird.
It does.
Maybe kill the legal information.
Yeah, we'll kill this legal information at the bottom here. So we'll hide that.
What? It didn't even make the other part smaller?
Nope. If I make this a smaller sentence, it's going to even look weirder. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
What's going on?
I don't know. Okay. So.
Just staring at us.
They look into your eyes.
Yeah. Staring right at.
I'm actually going to change this up, Cameron. I'm going to pull this back up. So guys, you can follow along on the Webby. We'll pull this back
We're
up.
going to do a different design because this design looks stupid.
We're going to go back to 36. Jesus, where's the real 36? Which one's the real one? And we're just going to shorten up this copy just a tad. Okay? So highly sought, Underground Marketer Seeks Apprentice. Click. How's that look? It's a little better. This looks now the headline looks a little pregnant in the center.
I'd almost want to take highly sought out. Well, this is the thing is I'd rather switch up. I'd rather switch the style than switch the headline because we won't know.
I know.
So this is that moment, guys, where you run into things and you're like, well, do I do this? And the answer is no, because we want to keep just one thing that we're testing here. So we want to keep the headline the same. So I think what we're going to end up doing is just switching up the page. So let's go back out.
Okay, so we're done. We're not saving this page, guys. Abort mission. Okay, back to templates. Back to opt-in. I can tell you personally that this has happened to me so many times in real life. I'm like, okay, this page isn't going to work. Let me find something else.
I think the
Let's go video fake out.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Okay, so we're going to use this page, guys. It says up here, video fake out squeeze page, co-created with Charles Kirkland. Okay, so we're going to use that template. Now be careful, there's two of these. There's two of these pages. Somewhere around here there is. I swear there's another one, and it actually allows you to embed a video. I know, because I used it by mistake once. Anyway, whatever. Video fake out squeeze page, co-created with Charles Kirkland, whom, by the way, is like, I don't know, one of the top 5 ClickBank affiliates in the world.
He's just so consistent. He came out of nowhere, like not that long ago, actually, like a couple years ago.
Well, he was a real underground guy before.
He really
now,
was.
Now he's like all over the place.
Yeah.
Goofy looking too.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but
Awkward looking guy.
he's a character.
Okay, so we're gonna change up this headline, my friends. We're gonna get rid of that. For a little. Oh, come on! Don't do this to me. Don't make me use this yellow. Automatic. Cool. Whoa.
You're getting nuts, dude.
Getting nuts. I haven't eaten in 2 days, Cameron. This is what you get. Free. All right, so we're gonna
as soon as this is done, you're right back in the basement. No wonder he's dragging it out.
You figured out my game plan.
We got a surprise here for you guys at the end as well. We've already gone 2 hours, but we got a surprise.
Highly sought underground marketer seeks apprentice. Highly sought underground marketer seeks apprentice. Click the button below for full details. All right, so we're gonna bold this underground marketer seeks apprentice. Oh yeah, there we go. Highly sought underground marketer seeks apprentice. Click the button below for full details.
Should we add some color?
You wanna?
Just the underground marketer. The closing soon is replaced with free in the top left because we don't have a.
Yeah. So that closing soon line.
Actually,
Where's your video thing?
I took it off. Okay.
add it at the. Maybe if you give some space, you can add it at the top and just change the color and make it smaller.
Oops. JR's in here correcting us. No, guys, no. That's not what you said. It's not what you said originally. All right, so we'll make it bold. We'll make it red. Bam. Closing soon. Highly sought underground marketer. Maybe you want to move this back up? Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Highly
I'll
sought.
probably get rid of the free too.
Well, yeah, we'll get rid of that. Okay, so we'll get rid of that little image that said free over here. Little free ribbon. Closing soon. Highly sought underground marketer seeks apprentice. Click the button below for full details. All right. We're gonna leave this little this kind of like a thumbnail here of a video because when somebody clicks on that, they might think there's an actual video there. When they click on it, it'll actually pop up a little screen that says like, "Whoa, buddy." You know, enter your email below to get access to this information or something like
Easy trigger.
that. Yeah, something like that. It says something like that.
That's one I used to always use.
Closing soon. Highly sought underground marketer seeks apprentice. Click the button below for full details. Okay. Now here we're gonna close out all this stuff. So we just scroll over it. Close. We said hide. Hide. Hide the logo. Hide all this stuff. Which hide. Bam. And now we're gonna click. Whoops. And click on this little gearbox over on the button. Click link options, and we'll add in our text here. This one, click here. Oh no, send me the full details, right?
Mm-hmm.
Send me the details. Alright, and if my button looked like that with that weird circle around it, I would have a fit. I'm so, like, shit, my shit needs to look nice. And what I learned recently is that Matt Jang has his own formula, the ugly funnel formula, where buttons look awful, color schemes are off,
It
videos.
really messes with Kale's OCD.
It does.
He just sits there and twitches as he goes through the funnel. You've never seen anything like it.
I do. It bothers the heck out of me, but his conversions are ridiculous. So we're really going to leave it just like this, guys. Then we're going to click here. We'll click on Show Lead Box Opt-in. We're going to hide the image. We are going to change the font here at the top. Oops, that doesn't have to be. Full details will be sent directly to your inbox. Bold, italicized, please note, will be red. Okay. We're definitely changing this headline. Enter, whoa, what happened here? Enter your best email below to meet your underground mentor. Okay. Click there, center this, center text. Again, center text. Again, align text to the right. No, that doesn't work. Center text, justify text. It's being a pain in the butt today. Alright, I'm going to leave it like that for now, although I'm not going to leave it like that if I'm actually publishing this. Alright, so I wouldn't leave it like this if I were actually publishing this right now, but I'm going to move on from this because you guys basically get the point. You click OK, integration settings, get response under HTML copy. Over here, grab the code, connect the lead pages, paste my code, click customize this form, uncheck name on the left here, click inside of the email box, click enter your email here. Oh no, your email goes here, sorry. Your email goes here. Okay. Click OK again. Oops. We're going to change the button. Show lead box. Send me the details. Exclamation point. There we go. Let me see if I can get this to center. So now the symbol says it's center, but it's not center. So what if I just delete all that and just click OK? What happens there? What happens? Let's go send me the full details. Put something in this box. Can you center it? Can you center it? Center it. Put it in the center.
You wanted to see some OCD? This is it. I just want to center it.
I would not publish this page like this.
Yeah, but it's like you said, the centered version goes down. Right?
Yeah. Oh, you're pissing me off, these pages. If I was gonna publish this page, I really would close the whole thing out and start all over again. Because this thing didn't work. Piss me off. You're making me look stupid in front of my friends. You're embarrassing me in front of my friends. Okay, we'll click save. Alright, and we'll call this AWOL Academy 3. Done. Save.
Yeah, Christian, throw that code in there. We're obviously going to go over some other things and have a...
Okay, guys, so for the sake of, so what's going to actually happen here before we go live is we're going to build the templates ourselves exactly as, exactly to our specs, and then we're actually going to send you a code out to you that you will use to literally copy the exact template we made and integrate it into your Leadpages account.
Yeah.
So just know that today is it's us walking you through the system as part of a training so that we're not going to hold your hand forever into the future.
Don't you love practice?
This is for you. Yeah, this is for you to get familiar with
So,
the software. So one more thing, though, Cameron. One more thing. So we're going to click Save. Okay, we're going to close this out. Close it out. Okay. I'm going to come down to AWOL Academy 1. I'm going to click Edit. And here's what we're going to do. You see this little button here at the top that says A/B test? It's an AB test. Okay, we're going to click that. We're going to click OK. Now we've created 3 completely different designs, and now we want to split test the 3 of them. So what would you like to use as a starting point for your new variation? The original. This one that I just started with. Yeah, so we click on original. Okay, and then it says A/B test variation 1. We're going to click add a new variation. And so let's go over that again. We're going to click up here at the top. It should say A/B test variation 1 now. We're going to click on it and say add a new variation. And now we're going to click on My Pages. Do not click on Templates. Click on My Pages here in the top and the left of this box. We'll click on My Pages, AWOL Academy 2. Come on, sweetheart. We got to get going.
I haven't eaten yet today. It's 8 o'clock.
Papa's getting hungry. All right, we're going to click, and then boom, it integrates the variation that we already created, so we're just going to click Save. We're going to click and then we're going to click up here. It says A/B test variation 2, add a new variation. So click on it, scroll down to add new variation, click OK. Demir makes a lot of videos.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on there.
Most of which have nothing to do with marketing.
Before we forget to,
we want
to make sure we get the orders and stuff tonight.
Yeah, we're going to click on My Pages here. We're going to click on AWOL Academy 3. Okay, and then we're going to click Save. And we're going to close it out. Here's what's going to happen. You'll see this new little gold emblem next to your page. It'll say AB. That lets you know that you're split testing this. And now if I go look at Analytics, if I click on Analytics, it shows me, why did it create an original and then a variation 1? So we can actually delete. If this is happening on your end, you can delete variation 1.
Should you check to see which one that is?
No, I know which one it is. It copied the original and made it variation 1 instead of it usually just every time they change make tweaks to the platform, little things like this get off. Okay, so we have our original, our base, variation 2, variation 3. They're evenly split, 33% of the traffic going to each. And then once we start driving traffic here, it'll show us how much visitors each page got, how well each converted. It'll give us a percentage here on the side. If the probability of outperforming the original is statistically accurate, statistically significant, I should say, then there'll be a little green check mark arrow here. And yeah, there we go. That's how you run an A/B split test. Now, a couple of things that you're going to want to note here. I'm going to kind of move it along a little bit quicker because we still have some things to go over before we're done. Once you set up a split test inside of here, if you change these 2 pages, nothing changes inside of that split test. So if your design or your headline or any of that stuff is off, you're going to have to change it by clicking on AWOL Academy 1. You'll click on Edit. And then you'll scroll up here at the top and you'll change, view variation 2, view variation 3, and then that variation will pop up, and then you'll edit it here inside of the page that you're split testing. Okay? So until Leadpages came along, it was like the first platform that made it really simple to split test, which is why I gladly paid them $67 a month, because before this came along, I had to create 3 pages, create 3 tracking links, then all of those tracking links had to go to a rotator link, and I had to drive all the traffic to the rotator link, see how much traffic each page got, track the amount of opt-ins using an opt-in link, a tracking opt-in link, and then that's how it split tests, and that's manually do the math. Now it does it all for us. It's beautiful. And so this is how we are going to split test. All right? Now, last thing, or second to last thing, I'm not sure, that we're going to go over is that we need all of you to submit your orders to us for your traffic. Okay? So what that means is we need to know, all you need to do is let us know how many units of traffic you're buying. Every unit is 500 clicks. At 500 clicks, you're paying $400, so basically 80 cents a click. Which is a slight discount off of what they would normally charge. These traffic providers would normally charge for 500 clicks. You're going to see that I'm going to actually post inside of our AWOL beta group right now a post about this, and you are going to comment on this post, and we have to close this out in 24 hours, okay? So you're going to comment on this post with how many units you're buying. So AWOL beta. Please comment below with the number of traffic units you are purchasing. Each unit is 500 clicks and a total of $400. Okay, so on that post that I just made inside the Facebook group, you need to let us know how many units are you purchasing. 1 unit, 2 units, 3 units, whatever. Doesn't matter. It's entirely up to you. We just need to get that in within the next 24 hours. So by this time tomorrow, we need that traffic order in, because we're not talking about a little, $500 or 500 click purchase. We're talking about like tens of thousands of clicks being purchased, which means that the traffic brokers that we're dealing with, they need to set aside ahead of time, hey, so-and-so, I'm going to be purchasing, 50,000 clicks as a unit inside of, inside the next 2 weeks. Can you save me a shit? You see what happens when you lock me in the basement and don't feed me, Cameron? Can't even speak, man. I'm starting to stutter. I'm so hungry.
He doesn't even know what's going on. He's weak.
So just
he looks dizzy.
You're just gonna one unit. Okay, cool. We're gonna go ahead and the traffic providers need to let where they're getting the traffic from. They gotta know. They gotta put in the order. They gotta reserve a date. All that kinds of stuff. So let us know ASAP. All of this is going to be going onto a spreadsheet. And then please note that all of you will be invoiced directly by the traffic provider. So there will be either A3 Media that emails you inside of the next couple of days, or AB3 Media, I think it is, A3, AB3, whatever it is. And what is Jesse's?
I need to eat.
What does his invoice come as?
I totally just had a brain fart.
Powered clicks?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So his invoice will say powered clicks. So you'll be invoiced by either AB3 Media or A3 Media or powered clicks. Okay, so that's the that's about it. So hopefully we can close out and get all your orders inside the next 24 hours. There we go. And I believe that is all that we have today. Cameron said that he had something else he wanted to go over.
Oh, basically, there's a lot of people asking about what your homework is tonight. Are we having calls and stuff over the weekend? So we put a nice surprise together for you guys because we're cool like that. And the surprise here actually is that there is no homework because although we showed you guys a walkthrough here right now, we're going to be giving you the details. We're going to be basically handing you Leadpages templates and a share code on a platter. So you guys are going to have all your funnels and stuff done for you. So you don't actually have any homework right now. And we're going to take Sundays off anyway, so we decided to just give you guys the weekend. We're going to basically, it's not that no work's going to be happening. We're going to be working our freaking tail off here, but we're going to be continuing to work on the sales stuff for you guys, so we're going to reconvene on Monday. So take the things that you've learned here tonight. Make sure you have some good notes. Go back over this. It's just good to practice and have some things put together. And for all of you guys that were on last night's call, just let's get things into action. I want you guys to know that everything that we're doing here with the beta is on top of the income-producing things that you should already be doing inside your business. Cool?
Yeah, super cool. Super duper fly. Is that it? Do you guys have any questions? Let's just take some questions. Oh, you know what it is? I actually got kicked out of the Webinar Jam platform. I can't see any questions.
Really?
Yeah.
Dom says, are we purchasing the units now?
You'll be purchasing them inside of the next couple of days.
In the next couple of days, we just needed to know a rough outline, and then basically we're going to get your guys' emails and everything, and you're going to be invoiced from the company. You're not buying the traffic from us. We're actually just hooking you guys up directly with our sources.
Oh, shoot. That brings me to a point. Hey, real quick, guys. In your comments on that thread, can you please put in your email address? I'm going to change the headline on that thread right now.
I'm going to give them a Snickers, guys. That's it. It's becoming unproductive now.
Please include your email address since we don't have your email addresses. So if you already commented on the thread about your traffic, all you have to do is find your comment, click on the side where it says edit, and just edit your comment. Okay, and include your...
Just our regular email or the other one that we made?
Whatever email that you want to receive an invoice at. So whatever email you want us to... Whatever email you want us to receive... Jesus. Whatever email that you want us to receive an invoice at. How come I can't... Did I just freeze? No. It kind of froze. I'm going to edit the post to reflect that requirement. But, where did it go? We gotta hire a concierge here. Boom. JR is already on top of it. He did it. Okay, cool. Any questions? Did you see any questions coming through, buddy?
Pretty much. Okay, one question. Oscar says, so we don't have to finalize the pages we just worked on. No, it was kind of us giving you guys a hands-on tutorial. So by now, I mean, you should know Leadpages kind of by the back of your hand. You've been clicking around in there. We just kind of literally walked you through there for 2 hours. Each of us charge over $1,000 an hour consulting. You just got the most expensive Leadpages training ever. Can you pin that post on Facebook for a day? Terry asked. Is the invoice to the PayPal email? Does it have to be a PayPal?
It doesn't have to be a PayPal email. It's just that in the past, in the last co-op I ran, people were like, oh, can you change it now? Because I got an email, but it's not my PayPal email, which you can easily change if you just click on the invoice. So don't worry about that. I had several people have that issue before. Just whatever email is the best email to reach you at. That's the email that you should be putting there. But if there's one that's specifically associated with your PayPal and you know that you're going to pay via PayPal, then put that one in there. That's it.
Yeah, so just put how many units you want and your email. That's it. Should we, Jay Whiteboy says, should we change our email for Leadpages to our domain that we purchased from GoDaddy? Use that email? That doesn't matter. It's just your login. It's just the email that you use to log in with for Leadpages. So that doesn't matter. How do we add a tracking link for the AWOL funnel that exists now? It's right inside the back office. You're going to use ClickMagic. Inside the Project AWOL back office, under Approved Traffic Sources, you will see a training showing you how to use ClickMagic. Christian says, after a few solo ads, do you categorize your list into groups, like who opened, who never opened, and who opened and clicked, so you can communicate differently? That's called segmenting, and yeah, we definitely do segmenting.
We did a training on that already, remember?
Yeah. I don't remember what week that was, but we did do a training on doing that so that you can get more opens and stuff as well. Whoa, we love you so much fun. We get to watch you work your tails off and kick back and wait for the codes. Pretty much.
Well, now that you put it that way, actually.
Actually, now you have homework.
Now you have homework.
Teresa, could you please do it inside the Facebook group? People are starting to throw their emails in here now. Please do it in the Facebook group in that thread. That's where we're going to take them and post them in. And that looks like it's all of the questions. So with that said, guys, we're going to...
Story.
Oh, JR.
We just like to open loops and close it. Okay, guys, if you want to hear the story in the copy, you got to show up on Monday's call. Dun, dun, dun. All right, guys, so we're not going to get into that here today, but we are going to give you guys a glimpse. We're going to have a lot more stuff here as well. I'm going to be going through some things and creating variation.
You should close the loop. Always close the loop.
No, man. Sometimes I'll leave them open for a week.
All right, it's up to you.
Give them another.
Sometimes I leave them open for weeks on end. Have you ever done?
You're the George, man. You tell us.
Have you ever done? Yeah, we're gonna leave them open. We're gonna leave that one open.
So we were gonna give you guys a sneak peek at the sales script that's coming.
There was full intention of doing it until we went 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
So
it takes.
apparently we got the gong. The gong is JR.
It's all me.
It's all JR.
I don't know whose camera they're actually seeing. Click on you.
They're seeing yours.
Are we seeing mine?
Yeah.
Oh man. Click on. You gotta click on you, Cameron.
Me doing this doesn't do anything.
It has to be. It has to be doing something.
I don't know. I would have clicked on it a while ago had I known. But yeah. With that said, guys, we'll see you on. I thought we were gonna hear the sales script. You thought.
Let's just give it to him.
All right, we'll
We'll
go
close
into
the
it.
script. We'll close the loop. All right.
This is just a part of. This is just one little piece inside the sales script. What is it? How is it framed again? It's your.
This is the nightmare story.
Nightmare story.
This is a piece of the sales script. So I'll read this to you guys here in just a second. Let me just pull it up. So this is a piece of the sales script. It's called a nightmare story, right? So we already have several elements that have already gone into place here. And in this point, what we're doing at this part of the script is we're letting the viewer know that, hey, I'm not a whole lot better than you. Right? We don't want the viewer to. A lot of times you'll see sales videos where like somebody tries to put themselves on a pedestal and say like, hey, I've achieved this, 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 and this, and this. This is why you want to listen to me. But actually, one of the things that you can do that's more effective, arguably, depending on what you're selling, of course, is that you actually put yourself below the prospect. Okay, so you say, hey, look, I'm not much better off than you. I actually in a lot of ways, I'm a lot worse, but I'm just a slightly better off than you are right now because I discovered this one thing. And so what we're doing in this part of the script is actually sharing this nightmare story. You're gonna have to send that microphone this way. You can't keep yelling at me.
You don't even need to. It picks it up perfectly.
Okay. So what we do is we include this nightmare story that's like this tragic story of how we came across the information or the product or whatever it is that we're about to sell. Okay. So here's how this portion goes. I'm remembering part of it off the top of my head because I don't have it right in front of me, but here's how this portion goes. Perhaps it's important that you know right now, before we get into this, that I wasn't always a professional internet marketer. And I definitely wasn't always a highly sought-after teacher and trainer in the industry. In fact, quite the opposite. August 13th, 2012. There I stood in the doorway of my mother's bedroom. The smell of fresh laundry filled the air as she stood with her back to me. A heap of towels laid strewn across the bed. One by one she folded them, stacking each towel neatly at the foot. I was living with her at the time, actually, the dismal result of being an ambitious 29-year-old who had allowed his debts to exceed his income. I hadn't been able to afford the expense of living on my own in over a year. Her spare bedroom had become my haven from the unrelenting mail and vicious phone calls of fierce and venomous bill collectors spewing their diabolical threats. My shirt clung to my body like wet seaweed. I just returned home from my closing shift at the local coffee shop, about a mile up the road from the small apartment we now shared. Not having the financial means to afford the luxury of a car, I was used to getting caught in the occasional rainstorm on the walk home. But this time, I'd forgotten my umbrella, leaving my upper body sopping wet. I could hear the remnants of rain dripping from the roof onto the concrete walkway just outside her window on our second-floor apartment. I could taste the water on my lips as it ran down my face like liquid shame. Is this really what it's come to? I asked myself as I stood there second-guessing my inquisition. A wicked brew of humiliation and indignation boiled up inside of me as I searched for the courage to give words to my chagrin. Hey, Mom, I started, breaking the silence. Do you by any chance still have that cardboard box full of old purses that you were going to take down to Goodwill for your customer? She worked 10-hour days as a housekeeper and oftentimes found herself handling meager errands for clients too busy to be bothered with the menial tasks of everyday life. Yeah, it's in the hallway closet, she responded as she turned to face me. It was obvious that she could see the intrepid turmoil written across my face. What do you need it for? She continued. I remember thinking to myself, everyone would be better off if I weren't here anymore. A dark thought, I know, but it's important that you understand just how far down the rabbit hole I went. Tomorrow is Tiani's birthday, I answered, and I don't have any money to get her anything. 7 years my girlfriend had stuck by me, patiently enduring the arduous challenge of loving a wannabe entrepreneur. And the best that I could muster up for her 31st birthday was a second-hand purse on its way to donation at the local thrift shop. I stood in the hallway now, sliding this clunky cardboard box out of the closet and into a more feasible work area. As I pulled open the lid, I felt a part of me withering inside. Here I was, going shopping for my girlfriend's birthday gift in a raggedy cardboard box. I eventually found a purse I thought she'd like, wrapped it in an old department store box with a bow left over from last year's Christmas. August 14th, 2012, I gave my girlfriend, the woman I love more than anything in the world, someone else's trash for her birthday. That's how broke I was. That's it. And with that, we are out.